Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can increase your website's ranking in search results to get onto the first page of Google search. The volume and traffic that these top sites get, along with the amount of new leads that would be coming directly to your business when it's ranked. So for comparison, I've taken your website as well as the first and last listing on the first page here for painters in Jacksonville, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your site that it uses to determine your position in search results, and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So you can see briefly just by looking at some of these numbers why these websites are outranking yours and they're up on the first page. But let me go into a little bit further detail on what these numbers mean and then how you can improve yours. So when Google is determining in what order to rank a website for search results, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site, which basically boils down to a popularity contest, because this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours and create a link. That acts as an endorsement that Google uses to build trust because others are vouching for you. So to give you a quick example, if say the local news station did an article on their website and it listed, say, the top 10 best painting companies in the Jacksonville area, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, there's a lot of different types of websites that can link back to, including any kind of blogs or editorials, guest posts, press releases. One strong and very important type is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Better Business Bureau, etc. Now, these are usually always free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. So you can see by the amount of websites that are referring back to these, why Google has placed more trust and authority in them and therefore placed them at the top. You can also see there's a pretty big difference between the top of the page and the bottom of the page. However, there is something to note here is it's not just a matter of the quantity of these links, it's also the quality. So certain websites are more spammy than others, especially ones that are outside the United States. So we need to be finding websites that are highly authoritative and trustworthy, but also relative to the service industry that you're in. So anything to do with painting, construction, home remodeling, something to do with that. So that way it's transferring that authority and trust through the link to your website. Now, the second factor for ranking the site is the content on your page. So as you can see here, Google is only picking up 2 keywords. So let me just use this competitor quickly just so I can show you how this works. These are all the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search that are being found on this company's website. And then this is the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where some research gets done to find all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer and the areas you offer them in, and make sure that those are being included and picked up on your site. So for instance, painting Jacksonville, Florida, that's being searched 600 times a month. Now, we're very conservative, and Google Analytics estimates about 10% of total search volume becomes a lead to the business when your website is ranked on the first page. So those 600 people will be seeing you, 60 of them would become leads to your business. Now, depending on what the close rate is for your particular business, and then obviously the profit margin varies from job to job. However, you can see how just the sheer volume of leads coming in per month can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the year, and that's just for one keyword phrase. So then we go down and repeat all that same process for all the high-ranking keywords, like I said, relative to the services you offer, and make sure that those are being picked up as well. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on your site. So if we take a look at your site here, right off the bat, I think the layout is great. We've got all the information that people could want right at the top. It is mobile optimized, so it's click to call, which is great. A lot of times we do also suggest having a form submit. I don't know if there's one at the bottom now. So a lot of some people don't want to call you directly, so maybe they just want to send an email that sends more information. So that's another way you can capture some of the leads passively. However, as far as Google is concerned, it doesn't care about the layout. So the problem that I'm having with the page here is there isn't a whole lot of content on it. And the reason that's a problem is because Google is going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. Now, it's generally looking for about a minimum of 1,500 words on a home page because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and the more likely it is to recommend you in search results. So while it's counting all the words, it's also searching for those keywords. So any of the services that you offer and the areas you offer them in. However, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services or locations or keywords in general that you want to be found for in search means the more content that you have to add to your page. And then furthermore, to qualify for a keyword, the 150 words of context have to be relative in talking about that particular keyword. So if you want to talk about interior painting, you would need to have 150 words speaking about or describing interior painting. And the same goes for all keywords and then also all locations. So if we look how this turns up in search results, the first thing that always comes up top is what's called the map pack. Now this is a pretty important area to try to get into because a lot of traffic comes to these top 3 sites since they're listed at the top of the page. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to fill out your Google Business profile, which is part of your Maps app. You can do it right from a smartphone. And then there are ways to optimize that listing so you can get to the top, which includes trying to fill out as much information as possible. So all the services that you offer, the area, even your hours of operation. Then you're allowed 750 characters in your business description. You want to use all that, put some keywords in there. Then you really want to be taking photos that are geolocated and tagged inside of your service area, as well as posting onto your profile on a regular basis. Google really rewards activity on your profile. You want to collect as many reviews and then get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. So then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites is going to help you climb and outrank your competition. Then once your site is ranked at the top, you'll be getting all that search volume and all those leads coming directly to your business. Now, I hope this information was helpful and it shows you how you can scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go into any further details. We could talk about some of your goals for the business and then do some research on our end to find out what it would take for you to reach those. And we also always appreciate just getting some feedback as well, just to find out if information like this was useful for you. So please let me know what you thought. Appreciate your time and look forward to speaking with you.